Travis Wingoodsell. Section 101, verse 51. And the enemy came by night, broke down the hedge. Servants of the nobleman arose and were affrighted and fled. And the enemy destroyed their works, broke down the olive trees. John Taylor's vision of 1877 that I did yesterday confirms that is Salt Lake City. I'm not safe in Salt Lake City. I'm not safe in Salt Lake City. Brand new AC/DC remake of I Feel Safe in New York City. Available now, only on YouTube. In my dreams, it's still the same. It's just because I just sang it. I'm sure AI could do it. They've got a band on YouTube now. Yes, Mormons. The church betrayed you. The church is going to murder you, assassinate all of you, just like they did Joseph Smith. They have paid the Judas price. You will be murdered in a coming day. They're going to take the money and run. 10 trillion, 10 trillion, 10 trillion dollars. 10 trillion, 10 trillion, 10 trillion dollars. That's the threefold mission of the church: mass murder, theft, and coup of the government. All right there in John Taylor's 1877 vision, as reported in Wilford Woodruff's journal in 1878. Notice that Jesus didn't show. Notice he didn't talk about the church structure being intact. He just said that there were 12 gates of Jerusalem and Adam-on-Diamond. So Mormons, you go on your mission, you find somebody who's never heard about the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. You find somebody who's never heard about the Book of Mormon or Joseph Smith. They didn't watch Hulu, they didn't watch Netflix. They know nothing. And so you give them the golden question. And they ask, how do you know the church is true? How do you know the Book of Mormon is true as literal history? How do you know that Jesus is physically real? How do you know that Joseph Smith is a Christian? Is the correct, proper response anger, insults, name-calling, threatening to murder, threatening to destroy, threatening that Jesus is going to do either of those? Extort, commit crimes against, lie, bear false testimonial through feelings. Say you haven't read the Book of Mormon, you don't know. Say you've not studied church history, you don't know. You just know it's true. Or do you order other Mormons or family members to destroy that person, murder them, commit crimes against them, insult them, name call, incite the mob against them? That's how you respond to me. Never once in all these years reading from the living prophets of Jesus, exposing their forged documents, quoting from the living prophets of Jesus during each and every single conference, exposing the church news plots to murder you, trying to save your lives, trying to make sure you get taught correctly so that you are warned of the danger you're in, and you treat me just like this. I'm your enemy. because the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is the great and abominable church of Lucifer, as the symbol on the keystones of the doors of the Salt Lake Temple tells you it is. And you're mad at me, and you want to destroy my life, and you sick my brother Todd on me. Because you had my mom murdered, so that she would have stopped him otherwise. I can't believe you guys did that. Oh my God, do you not even do research on your enemy? Does Nelson know you failed? Oh my God. It's so laughable how you guys suck at your jobs. You had one assignment: destroy Travis. Prove the church is true by destroying and silencing him. And you think that by not reading your Book of Mormon, you'll be safe and protected. Alma, chapter 1. It's not Korihor, that's chapter 30. Oh, why do you not have it? Am I going the wrong way? Apparently. Nehor? No. Come on. Nehor, yeah. Yeah. Order of Nehors begins, Alma chapter 1. And so he's brought before Alma after murdering Gideon, because again, Gideon was asking him, prove it. Prove the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is true. And so he murdered him. The one who saved the people of Limhi and rescued them from the Lamanites because of King Noah. So, Alma says, behold, this is the first time that priestcraft has been introduced among this people. The church has been practicing priestcraft since 1844, after Joseph Smith died, and Brigham Young put that in his Doctrine and Covenants. It's section 119. And behold, thou art not only guilty of priestcraft, but hast to endeavored it by the sword, murder to get gain, Master Mahan, Redrum. And were priestcraft to be enforced among this people, pay attention, Mormons, it's in section 119 for Zion, it would prove their entire destruction. Are you sure the church is true? Are you sure section 119 is Jesus's plan of economy for Zion? God, I'm just dealing with a bunch of dumbasses, all descendants of Danites. So, Red, did you not think I was going to do your church history research? Like Sister Homewrecker Mendenhall? Governor beat on them with a baseball bat, Cox? Senator I got beat down first, Stewart? Senator, I want to murder Joseph too, Curtis. Senator, murder little kids and women, Lee. Yeah, you're all Danites. This is why you are the enemy. You were born that way. You chose not to be good. Sister Homewrecker Mendenhall married into the homewrecker that she homewrecked with. Stole the kids from the original wife. And so she replaced the previous failure of a sheriff to put a new sheriff in town. And now the police don't like you either. I see what's going on. They don't like you, Red. They retaliated after you made the latest change. And yeah, you're putting in Danites into position in Salt Lake City. And you didn't catch on that John Taylor and Joseph Smith and the Book of Mormon all warned Mormons in Salt Lake City, you're gonna be destroyed by the Danites. Bye-bye, Mormons. Bye-bye. You chose not to believe. You chose fallacy to make your position and fight for. Mormons fighting for fallacies and falsehoods. Good job, Mormons. You're all gonna die. I warned you. You didn't give a damn. So, now that Trump's big, beautiful bill has been passed, all hell is about to break loose. You didn't read it, did you? You just think the Democrats are wrong because they're not MAGA. As Democrats think you're wrong because you're not Democrats. Stop it. You're both wrong. Equally. Mommy and Daddy hate you both equally. Go to your room. And so yes, Americans no longer get taxed for tips next year. Isn't that great? That's so awesome. Thank you, Mr. President. All of this came from Project 2025. Hello? Another big book you didn't read that I warned you of was by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And so it's going to fund the military to be brought into America to lock you all up. The church, yeah. 10 trillion, 10 trillion, 10 trillion more. Trump's already warning everybody when you need to dump your stock. Oh, it's only the church? They're pumping, and they're about to dumping. Insider trading out in the open. And so no more Medicaid. Small hospitals and psychological centers, especially in Utah, are going to have to close down. People aren't covered by Medicaid. Oh no, Oaks, what are you going to do about your tardive dyskinesia now? Oh no. Church isn't going to bail you out. Yeah, that's a mockery joke because he's of the priesthood getting priestcraft money. That's why it's so funny. And I shouldn't have to explain it because now it's not funny. And no more Snap. Which, why did you bother removing Soda Pop from Snap if you're going to destroy Snap anyway? What the hell, Utah? Dumbass cocks. No more abortion. Medical cuts. Taking out Medicaid, smaller hospitals are not going to be able to get the funding they need from Medicaid. That's being cut. Yep. I warned you. Trump is making America Great Britain again. Companies have to survive on their own. Only big corporations will survive this. And they won't, because when you get rid of all of the others, they become monopolies, and they self-destruct because they're stupid on economy. God. You think that raising prices will get you more money? And so yes, women, abortion clinics, gone. No funding for abortions. A national abortion ban in this big, beautiful bill. Oops, gotcha. Oops, baby's gonna murder you. Sorry, you have to die. And then they'll take the baby and give it to a good Christian family that's rich and white. Did I not tell you, Red, about your family history? You're supposed to be dead. You're not supposed to exist. Brigham Young ordered your ancestors to die. Should I tell them? Or will you? It's the same with me. Sort of. Danites converting in North Carolina. There were a number of plantation owners who raped their slave girls. My mom's dad's Smith family from North Carolina were one such family, who then married into Danites, and here I am. Red too. From, which ones were they? I don't think I wrote it down. Did I? Nope, I did write it down. Yeah. John Hardison Red raped his slave girl and gave birth to Luke Red. And then Luke Red was the father of a couple of kids from Danites. They had to testify in 1864 about how they're supposed to die according to Brigham Young's covenant path. No interracial marriages or relationships, because you're not allowed to get married. And so that's where the Reds come from. Isn't that great? Isn't that special? Sister Homewrecker Mendenhall, a Danite, put you, Red, as the new slave boy in town. And everybody hates you. It's very obvious. Wow, tent cities galore. And so you're bringing in Danites to back you up, huh? Good job. That'll go over well. Everything the church does in Utah is so perfect. No consequences whatsoever. Yay! And so, thus, no summer school, no after-school specials. Kids are going to be made stupid again. Make American kids dumb again. MACTA. And so no trans. That was obvious when Trump, first started way back when. No illegals. No blacklisters. They've been making a list. I warned you, just like Nazi Germany. Stephen Miller, self-proclaimed neo-Nazi, on both shoulders of Trump, saying, oh yeah, let's do this. Nazis did it. It was so cool. And no gay marriage. No more earth. Bye-bye earth. No more life. No more women. No more life. Is that a Dr. Seuss book? No more birthright citizenship. Here it comes. We're all going to die. You didn't get triggered earlier, so now this is going to be the trigger. Right? Or are you just going to roll over and die? Let Trump get away with it. Nobody's starting a war. We're already at war, guys. It's Declaration of Independence time on America that failed to follow the Constitution. Consequences. The Danites destroyed you. The Danites destroyed you. Using religious freedom to destroy you. You seriously believe women are porn, huh? Need to be banned and covered up and hidden and removed from jobs. Eating burgers. No! Porn! Fire those women! Impregnate them and put them in the kitchen where they belong. Barefoot and pregnant. No try-on haul videos. Porn! See, YouTube is a social media site. They do not advertise as a Christian social media site. An alternative for those who think everything is porn. And so, as such, YouTube is not allowed to have religious standards and values as part of their community guidelines. They're supposed to follow the Constitution for all things art, education, and science. Oops. YouTube is a Constitution violator. And they don't care. Just like all criminals, they don't care. They're all innocent. You can't judge us. You're the bad person for threatening us to not be bad. You're the bad person. You're in the wrong because you won't let us destroy you. And so, another thing in the news is they're trying to tell parents, now that cell phones have been banned and porn has been banned, adults now need to verify they're adults. And they're wanting to have a discussion about how to control your kid's cell phone use. That has been the wrong argument forever. What do we do about our kids playing kick the can? I think it's addictive. I somehow think it has to do with porn somehow. We need to ban kicking the can. Grandparents, can you explain this for us? How your parents hated you kicking the can so much? Just, dear God, how mentally retarded can people get from the Nazis who are thanking their American liberators in the field of psychology, which are now going to be defunded? That'll be a happy day. We have well over 1,000 treatment centers here in Utah alone, the highest per capita in the universe. And so, yeah, what are you going to do, Cox? What are you going to do? You're not going to get the funding. Oh, no. Are you going to make Utahns pay for it? You going to try to keep the status quo just for Utahns? Really? Good luck with that. You didn't obey Trump, and now Trump is forcing you to obey. We're all gonna die. This is hilarious. And so, no, it's not about, are you letting your kids be controlled by games, movies, TVs, books, social media, the internet, your phone? The question is, are you teaching your kids to choose how to use them and to use them correctly? Raise a child in the way they should go, and when they're older, they'll not depart from it. Are you teaching your kids properly about sex ed, or are you making them search for the truth themselves? How is Susie porn? I need to find out. Billy, what are you doing? Stop that! But Mom, you can't take away my phone. Signs, signs, everywhere are signs. Don't tread on me, Mommy. We're using that as the theme song. Signs, signs, everywhere are signs. You see, kids, back in your great-grandparents' day, they had music on a radio, on record tapes too. During the hippie years, there were music bands, similar to AI bands today. Oh, people used to sing. Really? Wow, I thought only AI sings. And if you teach your kids English and how to comprehend it correctly, then your kids can understand the lyrics, except for the 1 second line, where the guy is just totally wasted on stage. Classics, just classics. Then your kids can hear Madonna. Who's Madonna? And she talks about being like a virgin. Sure, Madonna. Okay. Whatever. And your kids can understand the precepts. That if they're going to be stupid enough to follow the latest TikTok Tide Pod challenge to murder themselves and record it live for everybody to watch your death, then they're a dumbass. But if you teach their kids that there are people who want you dead, they want to laugh at you, don't entertain them. Don't be a dumbass and ruin your life for them. Don't allow MAGA or the deep state Dems to tell you that science isn't true. Somewhere I have that paper, don't I? Oh, here we go. I think I'm getting them down, and then I get more inspiration. And so, yes, both deep state Dems and MAGA are anti-science, and they both claim that the others are anti-science, and they're not. In regards to food, sex, psychology, climate, history, language, government, and of course the Bible, and many others that if I took the time to write it all out, I'd remember. It's just sickening. They both have their anti-science weapons on Americans. And they both use science to prove the other one's wrong and not their own. It's like Christians. They all say the Book of Mormon can't be true because it's scientifically impossible. And then they go and they say in the same breath, like the Bible is scientifically proven. Because it says so. Oh, dear God, we're all doomed. Just, dear God. And I see this with the corruption of raising children as there's daycare center problem crisis in Utah. Parents are unable to have others raise their kids for them. That's because the government refuses to regulate the economy so that one parent can stay at home and raise the kids while the other one works, like the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints orders it to be. Signs, signs, everywhere are signs. And so, we'll wrap it up. We're only at 30 minutes. What the hell? Let's drag out the rest of this. Musk is starting the American Party. Musk, who's not even a legal American citizen. He's a foreigner, and he's starting the American Party, huh? Great. That makes sense. What is he going to do? Bribe everybody with $5 million to vote for him? Ooh, pick me! Just be warned, the new county clerk, failed to do her job, and so I'm denied voting now that they booted out Sherry Swenson. I made the change, I notified her, and nothing. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, the church got to her. And so the Buddhist god Dalai Lama turned 90, but they don't really have deities. Yeah, they do. In place of deity, they have the Dalai Lama. I saw the videos. They had people bowing to him. And he's just, hey, everybody, I'm 90. China's not going to choose my replacement. People are bowing to him like a god. Unbleepin' believable. How is he so good and righteous? Oh, God, Buddhist. I had respect for you until now. Now it's gone. You witness the leader as a corrupt person, hungered for power. You see all the people groveling who are impoverished. It's just a fraud. Well done, Buddhists. You lost my vote. No 5 million. So, the new Pope Leo, where he's having some indigestion problems with Nelson. You have to have been following me to know and understand what I'm talking about. You're new, aren't you? You don't understand. He still won't acknowledge the first creed of Christianity going on right now. I'm the only one celebrating the first creed of Christianity. Catholics won't do it. Christians won't do it. Just me. And Joseph Smith. 1,700 years and still keeping it a super sacred secret from Christians. And Islam yesterday celebrated Ashura, which I guess we should pull up the file to read of the long list of things they were celebrating. Did I transfer it? Uh-oh. Where is it? I know it's in here somewhere. Should be in docs. Should be in this file. There it is. So, pay attention. For those who've been following, they know and understand that Muhammad is the false Christ, pretending to be the man like Moses, who went to the top of the mountain and received the Quran, and then enforced his religion like Nehor with the sword. This is the first time priestcraft has been enforced with a sword, or the javelin by Desnat. And so it's on the 10th of Muharram, the first month of the Islamic calendar. For Sunni Mormons, which are the dominant ones here in Utah, not the Shiite. I think it's Sunni, if I remember correctly. It's a 50-50 chance. And so this is when they believed in literal history Moses. Literal history Bible. Who began literal historizing the Jewish prophecies and revelations of the latter days? Give you a hint, gave you the answer already. The first creed of Christianity. That the Pope is not gonna tell anybody about it. Yeah, and so they believe Moses parted the Red Sea. Notice it's not the Reed Sea from the biblical Hebrew text that was created 200 years to 400 years after the invention of Islam by Muhammad, who thinks he's the man like Moses, the prophet of Deuteronomy 18 verse 15. And yet, he still got everybody to believe that Moses was real. Because of Christianity, turning it all into literal histories. And making a chronology that people then attach to the calendars. Just dumb, stupid. And the salvation of the Israelites. Yep, that's why they believe that Abraham is literal history and that Ishmael is the true Israelites. Which is weird. They're not. Ishmaelites are not Israelites. Israelites are from that other son, Isaac, who usurped the birthright blessing, to then have Jacob, who usurped the birthright blessing, is now named Let God Prevail, because Nelson is illiterate. So yeah, they know Moses parts the Red Sea for Israelites, not Ishmaelites. And yet, that's what they were celebrating. Makes no sense. But there it is. It's also the same day that they believe Noah is real too, even though Matthew told you it's not. Matthew 24. This is when he parted the waters and came through on dry ground on the top of Utah from the ark. And women, pay attention to this. God forgives men, Adam, not women. That's why you are still sinners. God forgave Adam on that day yesterday. He did not forgive women. Yay, Islam is just like Mormons. They made a pamphlet about it. It's so true. I feel it. Don't you women? Yep. They wear outerwear, you wear underwear. To show your patriarchal abuse of sex crimes. Because God never forgave you. And your husband now has to pay the the atonement price to Jesus. To pay him back for his free atonement for us. And you get mad at me for that, huh? Church is the one doing it, not me. Why are you mad at me for exposing this church, trying to hurt you and steal from you and murder you, paying the Judas price to do it? Why, Mormons? Why? And Joseph was released from prison. That's Joseph of Egypt. Released from prison for his sex crimes with Potiphar's wife. You have to believe her. Hashtag believe her. Me too. Women never lie. They would never frame the BYU football starting quarterback to ruin his life if he didn't marry her. No, not at all. God. And so, and fasting and expressions of joy during fasting. That's what they told us ever since I was a kid. What do you mean I can't have food today, Mommy? You can't be showing that you're starving. You're supposed to put on a happy face. If by chance you see a frown, do not let it stay. Quickly turn it upside down and force them to smile today. Nobody likes a frowny face. Threaten them to obey. If they choose another way, then chase them out of Utah. Thank you. I'm here all week, every single day, 24/7. And the final one, don't mess with Taylorsville woman when death is on the line. Yeah, a Taylorsville woman got into a fight with a Taylorsville man. It's unclear as to whether or not they were in a relationship. Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I should watch that today. I missed that show. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie duke it out. Yeah. In their death match in Taylorsville, the woman prevailed. Never go up against a Taylorsville woman when death is on the line. Dear God, what the hell is wrong with you people? You people. Not me people, you people.